everyone, this is the Final Bosman, and today's episode is very normal. Welcome to the show. I am Kyle Bosman, and look, Ian had a good idea. Ian said, let's do an episode of Mandatory Update where we're just walking to get smoothies wearing GoPros on our heads. Elise said no to that idea.
I mean, what you want to do on your show, what you want to muck it up with is your problem.
So I said, let's do it for Final Bosman. So what we're gonna do for today's episode is we're gonna talk about Street Fighter V. We're gonna discuss this, but we're gonna do it walking to pick up smoothies. And we haven't rehearsed this, despite Elise's line. That was probably the only rehearsed thing just then. From here out, we're just going freestyle, and we're gonna see how this works out. So let's do it.
That's not rehearsed, that's how I really feel.
All right, everybody, so what you just saw, you just saw our first attempt at this. We did not record that. We didn't record the audio of that first attempt.
This wasn't on.
Yeah, so now we have this, we have audio. We're gonna try to do this episode one more time. Who'd we see? What was that? Don just sneaking in. This is already, second attempt is more fun already.
Yeah,
It's
already.
nice he comes in here to take calls.
So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today,
Well, wait. First time we went and got smoothies. Now we're getting lunch.
we're going to Marcello's.
Marcello's.
I don't know if we can
corporate
even-
sponsor of the
I'm
show.
kind of full on smoothie, but...
Me too, but whatever. We'll fit down.
force
We'll
it
show
in.
it down.
What I want to talk about today, this is still an episode of Final Bosman.
For better or worse.
I want to talk about Street Fighter V because EVO happened this weekend. And what was announced at EVO was that Street Fighter V will have all of its future characters, all of its future what would normally be DLC. You will be able to just earn that. You won't have to buy it. You can earn enough in-game currency to buy all future in-game characters. Why that's so weird is that, like, normally I don't like things like this. I make episodes about DLC for lazy rich people, right?
DLC, right?
And you hate rich people.
We can't say that word on Final Bosman.
You can't say
we
it. We can say whatever the heck we want.
So yeah.
Shopping carts.
No. I love rich people. Rich people are great. I'm not crazy about DLC that allows you to just rush a game along. But a game that charges you for things that you could normally just access for time. And now Street Fighter is adding that.
But Kyle, say that I'm like, I'm a 30-year-old married something. I have a big, crazy life in the city, a great job.
Sure.
I want to play Street Fighter. I want all the characters. I don't have time. I don't have time to unlock.
Here's what the deal is. Here's what Capcom came out and said is normally, you know what we do. We do super,
Book it.
we do ultra. Book it.
We gotta cross the street because there's construction.
Look, they've announced ahead of time, hey, Street Fighter V is going to be one disc. And we found out this weekend how much they meant that. And so, really, it will only always be that, just like how League of Legends works. Like, you will just get new characters as you see fit. That's crazy.
Well, as they release them.
Yeah, but you don't have to get that character if you don't want it.
Right.
So, but you can play through the game, earn in-game currency, and buy those characters in game, right?
Yeah.
Without paying for them.
Without using actual real dollars. So the two currencies are this. We got fight money and we got Zenny.
Fight money.
Fight money and Zenny.
That's like Canadian naming scheme.
Soccer baseball, as we call it.
I gotta say, that one worked on our first attempt a little better. Fight money you get by playing the game, by going online, fighting people, going through single player, playing the game.
What's the context for fight money? Why is that name?
At Fight Money in the first pass, but
Yeah.
then you gave us some context that made it seem not so.
In Street
weird.
Fighter 4, when Balrog loses, he says, "My fight money!" in slow-mo as he falls and dies. And then the other currency, the one you spend actual US dollars on, is called Zenny, which is another great Capcom reference. Zenny is the money in Capcom games for a while.
All games?
Not all games, but like Mega Man Legends, the currency is called Zenny.
Oh.
So that's cool. That's cool. I'm buying Zenny basically. But no, it's not. I'm buying currency inside of this game.
Are we crossing right here?
We'll wait it out.
I don't know where this place is. I've never been.
We don't know where we're going, Bosman.
What do you like about Marcello's?
It's classic Italian. So the other thing I'm feeling strange about is that Street Fighter V launches with 16 characters, which I don't know. Do you think that's a lot or a little?
It seems like a medium amount. So wait a minute. The game, out of the box, how many characters do I have access to?
You have access to 16 characters out of the box.
Right away, all 16.
Yes.
So really, you're paying $60 for the full game as it is right now.
Yep.
But then months from now, another character will be released, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then you get them all forever.
Right.
You could pay $3 for each, or 600 fight bucks.
Right.
Fight money.
So hardcore players of Street Fighter are getting a crazy deal.
Yeah.
Lazy rich people are probably also getting a deal.
A good deal.
Because they're not buying Super, they're not buying Ultra, they're not buying Arcade Edition.
Right. So yeah, really, instead of just buying another version of this game, you either pay for $4 3 times and get the new characters, or you just play this game. So this is a win-win-win-win.
It's kind of a win-win-win-win. Yeah, absolutely.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to fighting games.
Maybe. Because there's been free-to-play fighting games before.
Yeah.
Tekken's got one. Dead or Alive's got one.
Dead or Alive one is weird though.
Soul Calibur has a free-to-play fighting game. Killer Instinct is trying weird things, but Street Fighter is the best of the best. It's the biggest fighting game. And so for it to do this weird thing, I think everyone else has to listen to them.
I think this is just the model that we're moving toward in general. Like rolling out content over time to keep people interested in your game for like an extended longevity of your game. You know what I mean? Like people are still playing Destiny because they're still giving us new content for it.
That's actually a fair example, is Destiny.
Smash and Mario Kart are good examples because we're probably not as inclined to play those as much. But when there's like new DLC that's coming out for those games, we like jump on them immediately.
And imagine if you could earn those things. Imagine if you got those tracks in Mario Kart just from playing the game a lot.
I would actually prefer that because one of the best things about Double Dash was just unlocking all the courses. Like working to unlock courses in Mario Kart is fun.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
The question becomes then is how fairly priced with the in-game currency will these things be? Because if it's like 40,000 fight monies,
Yeah.
and it takes like an hour to get 10,
That's
then
insulting.
it's insulting, and they're basically just you have to pay for these.
Yeah.
But if it's like 100 each and it takes an hour to get 10, that's not as bad.
Sorry, look at I'm still fascinated by garbage trucks.
Also, yeah, look at this. It's a tag team operation.
Oh, we're gonna get to watch this? All right, let's get up. Let's watch this. How cool.
So much power.
Yeah.
Unbridled power.
The majesty. Also the smell.
Oh, thank you so much.
One of the things that came up during the failed Smoothie venture was what other games could potentially adopt this model of like making a base game and then just rolling out content for it over like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because what is unique to Street Fighter is that they just stick with that same engine graphically and everything for many years.
That's why like sports games I don't think could do this, because like Street Fighter, you pick a style and it'll look good for not forever maybe, but for a long time. But Madden always wants to look like cutting edge realism, you know?
It's basically just fighting games. And I guess MOBAs, I don't think like a MOBA could compete by just being $60 up front.
Yeah, it'd be tough. I mean, like Smite, you pay $30 and you can get all the heroes forever, which I think is phenomenal.
It makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense, because they're hooking you with having all the gods, and then they make a bunch of money on the aesthetic items.
They do like specialty skins for holidays and stuff. There was like a Kiari Pamu like add-on that you could get.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, they know their audience really well.
We didn't talk about that for Street Fighter, absolutely. Is that
Oh,
there's
the
going to be
costumes?
so many skins.
Oh, yeah.
Probably some that you can only buy with money, is why they would separate the currencies. They're going to add stages for sure. And those are new things you'll be able to buy.
You got sauce all over your face.
Oh my goodness.
With the, Street Fighter, original Street Fighter, and then Ultra and all the other editions, could they have just been rolling out all the content in those as DLC, and like and done software updates and stuff?
Yeah. And they explained why they didn't.
What was the reason why they did?
Money.
Oh,
That's the thing I didn't talk about yet, is that I actually really like that Capcom has been very upfront about how they used to make money and how they're going to make money. I think that's one reason why I'm not mad about this. It's just how plainly they've stated this is how we're going to make money for this game. And I think everybody appreciates that. When you think of Mortal Kombat X, we didn't know that you'd be able to buy everything in that game until that game came out.
Yeah.
And so it felt sneaky, it felt wrong. And
Well, and like with Evolve and stuff too, like everyone gets mad if you do things last minute.
Look at that calzone.
The calzone zone.
So as Elise finishes up her calzone, the wrap up I want to say is that I think this might be a tipping point. I think this might be a huge shift. Not for game design, because yeah, we've had free-to-play fighting games before, but a shift in perception, in public psychology. I think not a lot of people are mad about this, and I think it's weird that Capcom, of all people, have found the way to charge full price for a game and then include monetization from a free-to-play game inside of that without people getting angry. That is a feat. And so I think going forward, people are going to have to look at this. Tekken 7 is going to have DLC you can earn for free, or else it's going to look like a lesser game. And so that is something that people will have to consider with their game design going forward. And I think that's pretty crazy. At least, how is that calzone?
We've affixed a GoPro to Bosman now, and he's bouncing.
Just checking out, see how much action I can do.
Stretch.
He's stretching out.
I want to do some stunts.
He's gonna fall face first on that
Should do
GoPro.
parkour all the way back.
Okay.
Let's go! Let's go!
Yes.
Oh yeah! Reach for the sky!
I'm gonna need my inhaler.
You're out of shape, dude.
I'm out of shape.
That was like 45 seconds of parkour.
All right, everybody, that's the episode for this week. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Kyle Bosman. I'll be back here next Wednesday. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.
Is my thing blinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my thing blinking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
is mine blinking?
Yeah, is mine blinking?
Is mine?
Yeah, is
Okay,
mine blinking?
yeah.